Okay, so you have your chicken. It didn't sound like you have had very much experience with this guy, so I'm going to start off by identifying the different pieces that you have. So, you get your chicken. This is the back. This is the front. These are the chicken breasts. The wishbone is up here. If you want to take that out, I'm going to show you how to do that. You have your wings. And then you have your dark meat. So your drumstick is right here, and then the thigh is right here. And then, obviously, like, you have your back. This isn't like you don't ever really focus on eating the back meat, but, when you're making chicken soup or anything like that, that you would kind of pick that off. And definitely growing up, we would have, whenever my dad would make chicken, he usually would make two just so that there was a leftover one for easy leftovers for either chicken tacos or enchiladas or something else where we would need chicken. And so I have a lot of memories of picking off like all of the meat off of the carcass after you're done eating it. So this is also the neck, like where the neck would be. The head would come up off of here. One thing I don't know what it's like if you go to the grocery store in Europe to buy meat or if you go to a butcher, but in the United States, when you buy a chicken, you usually just buy it in a bag or like it's individual already done in the meat section. And something else that comes in it are the insides. So sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't, but in this case I did get it. Yay, surprise for me. Basically it's your organ meat. So you have like your giblets, the liver, the heart. This is the liver piece. I really like the liver, so I'm happy to get it. It's yum. I like it. So, and then sometimes you get the neck. I don't know what this is. Maybe the giblet. I'm going to just throw this in with the stock pot. But if you do end up getting the neck, I always just throw that in to make the stock with. I don't eat that, but it would give flavor. So I'm just going to set the organ meat to the side because it cooks so quickly. You wouldn't cook it at the same time as the bird. And all of this comes in the cavity piece. So like, a baby is not coming out, but this is where all of the things are going to get stuffed into. So that is that. So here's your chicken. Yeah. So we'll set this guy to the side, and since we're going to make it as a roast on its own, the first thing I've done already is I've removed it from the package and I washed it, just rinsed it with cold water. And then I patted it dry with a paper towel. The other thing that you'll want to do when you're making a chicken or even any other meat, whether you're grilling it or doing a roast of beef or lamb or whatever, is that you want to bring your meat up to room temperature. You don't want to cook it straight out of the refrigerator because that will cause uneven cooking, as well as if you're cooking it in your oven, it's going to change the temperature in your oven. It's going to cool it down. So I've let this come up to room temperature so that when I put it in the oven, it'll be an even cook. And all right, I think that's that on that piece. So I got a washed, patted dry piece of bird fowl, and the first thing that I'm going to do is remove the wishbone, which is right in between the breasts. It kind of connects the two breasts with the like the chest bone. It's basically like our collarbone right here. So I'm going to remove it so that when we have it when the bird comes out of the oven, you can do an easy slice down and the bone isn't going to stop you from slicing. Otherwise you would have to come down and then find the wishbone and then like cut around it to separate it. But if I take it out now, I'll be able to just slice it easily, or this way easily. So the way that you do this is you feel for it. First you feel for it. So it's right here. I'm just going to use my boning knife. You want a sharp knife to do this. And you just go down, and then you can feel it where the joint connects to the wing in there. And then you come back up on the other side and do the same thing. And you just, it's fairly easy. Yeah, did you hear that crack? And then since there's meat connected on both sides, I'll slice off both. And then on this guy, where is that? You go in there, and then it connects up on this piece. So, okay, well I just broke that. I broke it up here, which is, I didn't want to do that. But anyways, I broke the wishbone. Here are those two little pieces. All right. I got it. Haha. Got it. So now we've got that piece removed. We've got the neck there. Then we're going to just liberally season it with salt and pepper first, and then we'll stuff the seasonings inside, and then we're gonna truss it.